Very good morning to everyone present here. A warm welcome to all the 3 EC1 students in DBMS Orientation. Myself, Pratiti Munkodi. We will be associated throughout the semester with DBMS subject. One lab, we have already started with batch C, and we had gone through the practical aspect of DBMS. Today is the first official lecture for DBMS, and we are going to have the orientation of the subject. And if time permits, I'll also start with a little bit introduction to the syllabus and the actual content of our topic. So all are ready. I need your positivity. I need your 100% attention. I need your full support as far as interaction, two-way interaction is concerned. I want everyone, online student and offline student, to be responsive enough. I don't say that always when I ask a question and say that you understood and you say yes. I don't want that. But whatever is the thing, whether you understood, whether you are not you are having a little bit confusion, query, anything, you should be responsive enough to acknowledge your faculty, right? And not for DBMS, it's a moral duty of everyone to be responsive. So shall we start with the orientation? Sure? Okay, online people are with me?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
confirming?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just confirming all audio and video is clear from my side. Am I audible properly, and is my screen visible to everyone? Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you everyone for the response. Right. So let's begin one of the very core, you can say the fundamental subject for your computer engineering career. If someone says, or if someone asks me that name 3 subjects which are the foundation of any computer or IT engineer, the 3 subjects which I will say are C language, data structure, and database management system. If you are proficient enough in these 3 subjects, there is no subject in computer science which will be difficult for you. As far as this DBMS is concerned, I can say that this is important, obviously important as far as GTU is concerned, but this subject is also in the syllabus of your GATE examination or any competitive examination. Even if a company is taking the examination in placement, this subject will be there in the return round. This subject will also be there in the interview. Is it clear? So I request everyone, don't neglect the subject. The subject is not at all difficult if you 100% concentrate here, do the work regularly, and I am sure that as far as marks are concerned, I am sure you will be scoring not less than A if you are here with me positively. Fine. So let's start with the orientation. The name is, of course, database management system. Subject code, the sad part of the story of engineers are they study many subjects, but they don't know the subject code. It is also important to know the subject code of the subject which you are studying. That defines that at which level you are studying. You can see 313070C3. This is the 3rd version of your database course. This course has been revised 3 times in GTU. So it's every time your GTU updates your syllabus every now and then. You can even see that if it is redefined, revised 3rd time, that means what? It is so important that every university tries to make it more and more advanced. Fine. So this is, next comes, obviously the next question will be, why as an engineer, why we need to study this subject? And what is that subject? Right now, you don't know anything about DBMS, so I'm not using any technical terms related to DBMS, but you all are aware with the computerized term. Something is computerized, that is a software. Now, what is the basic purpose, the most fundamental purpose of any database or any database management system is to store the data. If you have the data with you, if you have the data permanently with you, persistently with you for a longer duration, it will be easier for you. Just a second, am I audible at the last? So if you are having the database along with you permanently, then you can do many various type of manipulations on that data, and then you can get whatever things you want from the database. I'm not stretching this thing much because the later part of this lecture is going to be on that only. So just right now, as a layman, as a beginner of the subject, just understand that database management system is a computerized software to store your data permanently. It is like a bookkeeping. Everyone does a bookkeeping, right? Let me give you an example. You are making a note in your lectures and lab. I don't know in engineering what you are doing, but in 11th standard, 10th standard, you might have prepared notes for different subjects. What you are doing? You are actually storing the things which you have learnt in a book. And why you are storing that? Why you are storing that? So that
So it
you
can be
can refer it.
useful
Yes, you can refer
during
it.
exams.
Correct. You can refer it later on. Very good. You can refer it later on. So this is the basic thing you do with your note keeping. This is the basic idea of note keeping. Similarly, when you have a huge data, when you have a computerized data, you need something that can store the information permanently so that it can be referred later on. Am I clear? Sure? Fine. So now, next thing, so it's a computerized data keeping software, that's fine. Now, which are the things, general and basic things you do with the data you have stored? Let me give you an example. I have an Excel sheet of 3 EC1 class. If somebody is taking new admissions, let's say diploma student is coming, what I have to do with that sheet? I have to add a record of that particular student. I am adding some more information in that Excel sheet. You all are familiar with Excel sheet, that's why I am giving that example. I am having an Excel sheet, I am adding the information of D2D students there. I inserted one record, right? So storing the record becomes insertion operation in that Excel sheet. Forget this. Just concentrate on this left part. I can insert new things. Can I get the information back from that Excel sheet? If I want the information, or let's say I want to contact so-and-so person, can I get the mobile number from that? Yes, obviously I can retrieve the information from that. So that you are retrieving the information. So first operation which you performed was storing the data, right? Then you performed retrieval. Next, you have changed your mobile number. So you will come to me that, madam, please update my mobile number in the Excel sheet because I have changed my mobile number. What I will do? I'll go to your row. I'll go to the row where your record is inserted, and then what I'll do? I'll update that mobile number with the new one. So what I did? The information which was already stored in that Excel sheet, I can update it as well. I can change the content of the information stored previously. Fine? Next comes one person has cancelled the admission here from EC1 and it has shifted to, say, IT. From 3 EC1, he or she is shifting herself to IT branch. So what I will be doing? I'll remove the record from the I'll remove the record from 3EC1 class, because now that record is not relevant to 3EC1 class. So I have added something, I have retrieved something, I have changed something, I have deleted something. These are the basic things you generally do with your books as well, right? Your content. You are writing something in your book, you are adding the information. You want to learn something for mid-semester 1. You will retrieve the unit which is there for mid-semester 1. Then someone says that you have calculated one mathematics problem in your note, and someone says that no, the answer is not this, the answer is that. So what you will do? You will update that numerical in your book. And then someone says that no, this is not part of this particular semester. You will delete that particular topic from the book. Clear? So these are the basic operations, most basic operations we perform on any set of data which is stored. Agreed? But as it is a DBMS, we have to use the DBMS jargon. What is the jargon? The terms related to that particular field, that becomes the jargon. So now, whenever we say I want to add something, I want to store something, we will say I want to insert something into the database. When I want to say that I want to get the information from the database, what we will say? We will select the information from the database. Why I have used this term? Because this will be the keywords used in our lab session. As and when we'll be progressing in lab, I'll let you know more about that. Now, whenever I want to change something from my existing content, I will say that I want to update something. And when I want to remove the data from the database, what I will be saying? I want to delete something. Am I clear with this? Yes.
Yes,
Online people, please acknowledge.
Clear.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Yes, Shrey has also given the answer. Correct. Very good. So let's proceed. Do you think in real-time application, okay, before moving further, do you think that in any real-time application, these thing is necessary? You are using banking software. Yes, you are using banking software. You are using IRCTC for railway trains booking. You are using Redbus and other traveling applications which can book something. You are also using Book My Show to book movie tickets. For every such, what is the thing used backend? It's a data, right? And where it is stored? In the database. What is data and what is database? We are going to just uncover it after a few minutes. But in every real-time application, whether it is an application or whether it is a website, anything you say, everything needs data. Have you heard about big data? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard about artificial intelligence?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard about machine learning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the hero? What is correct? What is the hero of machine learning? Who is the hero of machine learning and AI?
Data.
Data, of course. You are training the machine in such a way that it can replace human beings. You are putting a computer in hospital. Patient will come. Patient will give the symptoms to that computer. The computer will decide that yes, the person is having so and so disease. How? Because that computer has been trained with the help of huge amount of data, and that's why it is called big data. You cannot train a machine by small amount of data, because that machine has to take a decision, and decision always comes with experience. And how can one get experience? By collection of data. You are having experience of 20 years. You can decide in more better way compared to the child who is of 10 years. Why? because you are having more experience. That means you have gathered more data compared to that 10-year-old child, and that's why you can decide better. So ultimately, the heart of anything will be data. But to understand that big data, first of all, we have to understand data, of course, right? And how to manipulate that data, how to store that data, how to perform these operations is given by database management system subject. Okay, now let us quickly take a look at these four terms. Insert, that means I am creating the data, I am retrieving the data, I am updating the data, and I am deleting the data. In short, these four operations in DBMS terms, these four operations are known as CRUD operations. What? CRUD operations. C-R-U-D. CRUD operations. C stands for create, R stands for retrieve, U stands for update, and D stands for delete. So whenever someone says that create an application or create a website which does the CRUD operation, so what you will do with that website? With that website, you will try to create a data. You will update the data, you will delete the data, you will select the data. Right? All clear? Everyone, online, offline, both?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, great. So let's move further. Let's come back to the GTU's perspective. It's a teaching scheme of DBMS. We'll be meeting 4 times every week in lecture and once a week for lab. The evaluation pattern is something like this. You'll be having 70 marks of GTU paper and 30 marks of your mid-semester paper. You all have faced GTU examination also, so that is not new to you. So 70 marks paper, 30 marks mid-sem for you. This 30 marks, the next 30 marks is your Viva component, which will be conducted at the end of the semester. And this Viva will be comprising of obviously the theory part as well as whatever we learn in lab session as well. Fine, so both combinedly, the Viva is not only for theory, Viva is not only for practical. We will be having Viva for both the things together. And next is the term work part, that is I, internal evaluation, that comprises of 2 things. First is your lab manual, which you will be preparing every time you come in lab. And as and when the session will start, I'll be guiding you how to prepare the lab manual and what to write in that. But along with that lab manual, practicals, we are also supposed to clear a certificate from Oracle. What is that certificate? How to enroll for that certificate, and what are the things we will be learning, that I will be guiding you later on. But this 20 marks will comprise of 2 things: your lab manual as well as that certification. Am I clear? So evaluation wise, theory and practical, Viva and practical both together. Theory 2 marks mid-semester and 70 marks final exam. Now, very, very important aspect of anything which you are learning, that is called a course outcome. You are investing 6 months of your engineering career behind the course. So it is very necessary to know that after spending 6 months, after spending an entire semester with a subject, what you will be able to get it from that subject. This is the byproduct of a subject. This is called course outcome. After completing the course, these are the things you will be learning. This course outcome is not, I have not designed this course outcome. This is there in the GTU syllabus. And as we are in GTU, so I am following the same course outcome. You will be able to recognize various elements of database management system. Don't worry if nothing is going into your mind, if you are not understanding, no problem. Give me 1 or 2 sessions. After that, everything will be clear. You can also create a diagram that is called an ER diagram. What is that ER diagram? What is the importance? We will learn it later on. And you will be able to apply normalization. Any one of you have heard about optimization? Word optimization?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Yes.
is optimization? Yes. What is optimization?
To work with
Just
data,
yes.
to work with like
To,
the data works faster and all that. It works
okay. So you
how you
want
want it
correct,
to
correct,
work.
correct, correct. So you have created a program. Let me give you an example of optimization. You all are familiar with C language, right? When I say write a program, write a C program to add two numbers. Write a program to add two numbers. What you will do? What are the steps? You will create void main, then you will be declaring two variables A and B, then you will scan the variables from user scanf percentage D A B, right? Then what you will be doing? Integer C is equal to A plus B, and then last statement will be printf percentage D C. This is a normal way every student does, right? Can I optimize this program a little bit more? Let me give you example. You have declared how many variables so far? 3. A, B and C. A and B are storing two numbers and C is storing the answer. Now, you have to think, do I want the answer of this addition in future? Suppose your answer is no, but I don't want the addition of two numbers in future. I just want to display it. So can I do like this? Printf percentage D A plus B directly without using the third variable. Can I print the addition of two numbers? Obviously yes. So you have saved 2 bytes of memory. Yes or no? In this 4 line of program also we are able to save 2 bytes. Think about the real-time application. And I don't know whether you are aware of this fact or not, that suppose you have created .c file in your say C drive or D drive or whatever. Now when you execute that, when you open that C file and when you execute it, where it comes? C drive, D drive, E drive means it is where? It is stored where? In which part of your computer? When I say I have stored C file in D drive, that means I have stored my file in hard disk. Yes or no? These are partitions. C, D, E, these are partitions of your hard disk. If I say I have stored it in D drive or E drive, I have stored in the hard disk. When I open that program and when I execute it, what happens? That program will be automatically, this is the task of your operating system. It is going to take that program from the hard disk and it will load it into your memory. Memory means RAM. It will be loading into the memory. So anything which is right now running in your machine, anything which is right now executing in your machine occupies a space in RAM. And you have limited amount of RAM, yes or no? Compared to hard disk, you have limited amount of RAM. So now think that when the program is very big and you have so many unnecessary variables, it will occupy unnecessary memory in your RAM, which will slow down the different processes which is working. Am I clear? This is an example. When you have optimized your program, this is called space optimization. Space optimization means you have saved a space. You are trying to minimize the usage of space in your memory. Similarly, when it comes to, now I am not diverting myself, don't worry, we will not continue with C. Let us come back to database. When you are creating a database, when you are creating at the first go, it is not always necessary that you will be having the best optimized version of database. You have to further process, you have to do some modification after its first design so that it becomes optimize and save less memory, right? Memory is one of the aspects which is optimized. There are so many things we will learn later on. But are you able to relate the thing? So you are going to learn that also, that how to optimize your database. Then comes the relational algebra, relational calculus, SQL, PLSQL. This all is related to queries. Okay. You have stored a database in your table. You are using the Excel file and the student information, your class information is there. Now I am new to the class, right? I am not aware of all the names, all the students here. So what I will do, let's say I want to get the information of him. What's a good name? Rahul. I want to get the information of Rahul. I don't know Rahul personally because I am new to the class. So what I'll be doing, I'll find Rahul name or Rahul keyword in the Excel. If Rahul name is there in the EC1 class, I'll be getting that record. Initially, when I try to find Rahul name, am I knowing that yes, Rahul was there or not? I am new to the database. I am searching a name, any name, right? I don't know whether that name will exist. Name does exist in my file or not. It may happen that Rahul name exists, but let's say Sachin. There is no person who is Sachin in EC1, right? So what happened? If the criteria has been matched, if the name is matched in that Excel file, the record will be shown to me. If that matching criteria is not found in the database, then the database or the Excel file will say that this record is not available. That means every time I am asking the database, yes or no, I am asking something that I want this. Do you have this with you or not? If you have, please give me. If you don't have, just say no. That means I am querying the database. I am querying a Excel sheet. Clear? That's why we use the term query, because every time we don't know that whether we want whatever things we want from that file, is it available or not, because it is a huge amount of data. Am I clear with this? Right. So that is called structured query language. As you follow a proper structure in your C program हर कोई अपनी तरीके से लिखता है या एक फॉर्मेट है प्रॉपर कीवर्ड्स है. You have a set of predefined keywords, you have a predefined structure that everything should be there in the void main. This structure has been followed, right? Similarly, then and then only your C compiler will understand your program. Otherwise, it will not understand. Similarly, if you want to ask something, if you want to take the data or retrieve the data from the database, you need to ask the database in a proper structure, with proper set of keywords. And that query, we will not have any program here in the database, we'll be having only query. So that query will be returned in a predefined structure with proper keywords. And that's why it is called structured query language. And it is a medium of communication between you and your database. That's why it is a language, right? Structured query language. What is PLSQL? That we will know later on, right? Because that is altogether a part of your lab session. So I'll be going into that discussion later. Next comes very, very important. Apply and relate the concept of transaction, concurrency, and recovery security in database. Okay, you all are using ATM, right? So let's say I want a case is I want to withdraw the amount from ATM. What you do? There are some steps you follow, right? What is the first step? Don't say you open the door of ATM. I am talking about a genuine steps which you follow. The first step is you insert a card. Next step. Okay, when you insert a card, there is happening behind. Your card will be validated. But yes, as a user, you will not feel that your card has been validated and so many things has been taken place. But as a user, you have inserted a card. The next step, immediately next step, it will be saying that enter a PIN, right? So you will enter 4-digit PIN or 6-digit PIN according to the bank. You will enter it. Again, as soon as you press enter, again there will be few steps taking place in behind. The PIN will be validated with the card, whether it is correct or not, and so many things will be happening. First of all, your details will be fetched from the database, card and PIN will be matched. So many things will be taking place behind the scene, right? Once the let's say you have entered the correct PIN, then what is the next step? Yeah, you will select that I want to withdraw. Then the screen will prompt you that enter the amount you want to withdraw. You will enter say 10,000. So again that amount will be validated. You want to withdraw 10,000, but do you have 10,000 with your account or not? If you have the balance is 5,000, you cannot withdraw 10,000. So first of all, your amount will be checked that whether it is less than your balance or not. If it is less than balance, it will permit you to withdraw that amount, and again the processing will take place internally, and after that ATM sound, you will be getting your money, right? You will be getting your money. This enters in. Once you take your money and card back, what happens? Again that home screen of that ATM will come. Have you observed that? Again that home screen or default screen of that bank with advertisement and everything will come. That means what? Starting from entering your card to getting your money and display of that home screen, you have performed a transaction. You have performed a transaction. The transaction was of what? Withdrawing the money. What is a transaction? It is a set of instructions or set of operations. I should not say instruction. Set of operations we perform to do a particular task. That is a withdrawal of your money. Now, okay, you have used the ATM which is there in outside our college. Let's say example, you have withdrawn the 10,000 amount and balance was 50,000. After withdrawing, the balance will be 40,000, which will be showing to you. Okay, now in the city, so again you need the money. You have gone for a shopping and again you need money. So you will be in that place. You will again use your ATM. You will again withdraw some amount. What will be the amount balance there? Will it be 50,000 or 40,000? Anywhere in the world, it should be 40,000, right? It should be 40,000. This is because your database is there in the back end. You all are seeing movies, right? Heroines. We say that these are heroes and heroines, but actually, who is the hero? Behind the scene or behind the curtain, there are producer and directors and music directors and so many technicians who are actually working to make your hero and heroines beautiful, right? So similarly, the database in our computer system, any application, whether it is an app, iOS app, Android app, or normal website, the backend hero is database. This thing has been done at any place in the world. If you now use your ATM, it will be showing you 40,000 because it was a database. Is it possible for an Excel to do that? If you are, suppose everything is stored in Excel, is it possible? Do you think logically that if you are having a shared Excel, from somewhere you have withdrawn some amount and it will be show update everywhere? Not possible, right? So database gives you the facility of such network-based application where your database is going to show you every time it is going to show you the latest consistent state. Am I clear? Similarly, we have concurrency. Everyone is using, right now, everyone is using Google Meet. Everyone is using WhatsApp. Everyone is using Instagram. You all are concurrent users. Concurrent means? Concurrent એટલે? You have studied in physics, right? Kirchhoff's series law and Kirchhoff's parallel law. Yes or no? What is series connection? How the physics no questions. Huh? What is a series connection? One after the other. In series, one after the other. What is parallel connection? Together. Together, the current will be flowing into each and every branch. Right? Similarly, when you are using a website, when you are using Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, railway booking system, or that is IRCTC, Redbus, any damn application you take, there will be at a time there will be thousands of users concurrently working. Gmail, you have a server, you are having a Gmail server, you are having a Gmail database. Every time there will be, at any given point of time, there will be thousands of users using that same Gmail server. Yes or no? When you log into your Gmail server, Gmail account, anytime you have faced that you are getting the mails of your friend? Anytime? No, you will be getting the mails which is sent to you only. You will be seeing your account only. Why? Because of this concurrency management, transaction management of database. These are the weapons of database which makes the database management system so strong that it can withstand or it can handle thousands of users at the same time without any problem. आपने टिकट बुक करी राजकोट से अहमदाबाद की, ऐसा होता है? बुक करी राजकोट से अहमदाबाद की, डाउनलोड हुई राजकोट से बड़ौदा की? No. You will be getting, because you are having the database management system in working in backend. Yes, it is not, let me clarify, it is not only database management system will take place, which comes into the picture. There are still so many aspects of your application helps in this, but database plays a very crucial role in such network-based application. Am I clear? Sure. Shall I proceed? Yes, online users, please acknowledge.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
Great, great to know. And the last but not least, recognize the purpose of query processing, optimization, and demonstrate the SQL query evaluation. Okay, can anyone just give me what is the life cycle of a C program? What is the life cycle of a C program? Life cycle means you have written .c program, you want to execute it. What are the different steps which is taking place in behind? You have a .c file, you compile that file. It will be converted into .obj file. I don't know whether you are aware of this or not. That's the last executable. But in between you will be having obj file, then there will be the linker, there will be loader, there will be assembler, who will play a role in converting your .c file into executable file. Why you have to convert? Can anyone tell me why you have to convert this? No, forget database right now.
So
I have a C
machine can
program.
understand the language.
Exactly. Who has given the answer?
Sufyan, ma'am.
Okay, great. Sufyan has given the answer. He says that so that your machine can understand. You have written C program in which language? English language, or that is high level language, which is human readable language. But computer ultimately understands what? Ones and zeros, right? So there must be some intermediate thing which can convert your higher level language into machine readable code. So your compiler does this for us. Compiler will say that but as a human being, it is very difficult for us to understand ones and zeros. So what is the intermediate solution? Compiler says that you write it in your own language, I'll convert it into machine language. And whenever computer gives something answer to you, again I will convert it into your language. a plus b किया है तो हम समझ रहे a plus b किया है 5 plus 10. 5 plus 10 will be converted into ones and zeros. Again that answer 15 is in ones and zeros. Again your compiler will convert it into 15 and give it back. Right? So both two-way process will be carried out by compiler so that your computer and human beings both can understand. This is a part of processing a program or processing a language. Similarly, whenever we are writing a query in the database, whenever we'll be asking something to the database to give us, we will be writing in our own English, in our higher level language. We understood query, right? Structured query language. The words which we will be using in that query will be English terms. So that query will be converted into ones and zeros, your string. That is done with the help of query processing and query evaluation. Because unless and until your computer cannot understand what you are asking for, it cannot give you anything. So it has to evaluate, it has to first convert, then evaluate means what exactly you want. And then it will get the results for you. And again the result will be converted according to your language. Fine with this? So these are the different things we will be learning. Do you think these all the topics are important? Yes, it is obvious. As it is a part of syllabus, it is important. But just logically think that do we need this kind of things or not? Yes. When it comes to the real-time application, all these things matters a lot. Right? So this subject, very, very important subject to learn, those who want to build the career in IT domain, in a company. Even if you choose any domain, if you choose designing, if you choose the system developer, if you choose normal web developer, in any way, in any domain you choose, these three subjects. Which are the three subjects? C, data structure and DBMS. These are very, very crucial to understand. But the good news is, it's not at all difficult. The only thing it demands is your 100% positive attention, nothing else. Fine? Clear with this? We are not having much time. I am not continuing with the content. Let's have an activity to end up the session, light activity to end up the session. And from next session, we are going to start with the actual content of our syllabus. Fine with this? Right. So I need your mobiles. Officially, you can use mobile right now. Give me a minute. I'm just starting an activity. And I'm telling you instructions to join that activity also. Just give me a minute. Oh, one thing just I forgot to mention. Let me mention that first. And then we will be playing the activity. This was the thing which was remaining. Madam, आपने तो बोल दिया ये बहुत important है, ये करना है, ये ज़रूरी है, blah blah blah. But how we will do it? So let me give you the helping hand to you. Obviously, I will be there with you throughout the semester in all the aspects. But the things which will be helping you are, read that line. These books are Gita, Bible, Quran for your DBMS. If you know this book, these are like best book for DBMS. With my experience, I am telling, this is not because this is a huge book in the library. When you will see it, you will feel that subject ही नहीं पढ़ना. But don't worry, the content of that book, I'm having the PDF of this, I'll share with you. So this two books, database for concept, for theory portion, we will be using this. That is Henry Kort's international book, but written in very, very simple terms, simple language with very nice example for you to understand. And this is PLSQL book. This is the book which we will be referring in our practicals to learn different kinds of queries. So this two book, this is Ivan Beros. Both the books are there in our library, so you can get it. So many copies will be there. And for web related resources, there you will be finding so many good resources. but I've just filtered two for you. Tutorials Point, this is a very popular website to learn different kinds of concepts. Tutorials Point gives you the knowledge of so many subjects. You can select DBMS and then you can start learning that. And for practicals, for queries, you can use W3 Schools. These two are websites. These two are websites which you can refer for concepts. But I request these are my recommendations for you to learn it in a better way. But there are still so many good books available in libraries as well as in internet. You can refer any of the books. But I strongly suggest, recommend, and insist to refer good standard material for your concept clearance. See, दो aspect होते हैं कोई भी subject के लिए. आपको पास करना है या लर्न करना है. अगर आपको सिर्फ GTU में पास करना है सब्जेक्ट, then this is not for you. लेकिन yes, if you want to make your building block strong, if you want to make your fundamentals strong, these are the books for you. Then other PPTs and everything will not help you. Fine. So please try to have a habit of reading good technical books which will polish not even your language, but it will polish your concept also. There will be hundreds of students sitting in the interview. जिसने पीपीटी में से पढ़ा है वो अलग तरीके से जवाब देगा. जिसने ऐसी बुक्स रेफर करी है वो अलग तरीके से जवाब देगा. एंड इंटरव्यूअर इज स्मार्ट इनफ, इंटेलिजेंट इनफ टू differentiate these two categories of student, right? So I strongly suggest those who want to have a IT career, want to get placed in a good company, please try to read from good resource. These are just my recommendations. Still there are international good books also, like Navate, and there is a book, database management system by Navate. You can go to that also. CJ Date, these are also international books. But from my experience, this is the easiest book which I prefer for you all. Right, and as we are for practicals, as we are having hybrid mode right now, online and offline both, we have an intermediate solution that we will be using a cloud-based internet service called Oracle Epics. One lab has already registered themselves with this. Rest 2 batches we will be doing it soon in this week. So we will be registering our account here in the Oracle Epics, and we will be using the service, cloud-based service, to understand different aspects of database. Fine with this? Now let's have an activity. Just give me a minute. I hope I'm clear to online student as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Just give me a minute. You can take out your mobile for a while. Those who are online, I'm giving you link to join in that website to perform well in that activity. Those who are offline right now sitting in the classroom, I'm just sharing my screen with you all. I'm very happy that not only offline students are responding me, but online students are also responding well here. So that's great for me. Very happy to get such students. In the chat box, I'm writing the link where you have to join. So just click on the link. Those who are online, they just click on the link. And those who are offline, I'm just sharing screen one more time. Okay, you have to go there. You have to go here, polev.com. Full Google, you can write this full URL. You will be redirected to this website, Poll Everywhere, where you have to first of all write your actual name, your name. Once you join that with your name, this question will be posted on your screen, and you are supposed to answer this question. Which is the biggest database you have used or heard of? Whatever comes in your mind, you can give only one word and one time. So think and then give. Okay, someone has written SQL. Okay. Let me share my screen with a student as well. Okay, Google, e-commerce, Facebook, okay, SQL. This is what? Do you know this? What is this? What you are creating? What you all are creating? You are creating a word cloud. You are creating a word cloud, and the answer which is given by maximum students will be at the center. So Google is being given. See, it is not that many of you have given Google, so the answer is Google, or you have to write Google. Whatever comes in your mind, just answer it. हाँ हाँ, तो वो आपके मोबाइल में प्रॉब्लम होगा नेटवर्क नहीं है. हाँ, तो मतलब मोबाइल का प्रॉब्लम है. Have you given the answer? Okay. Microsoft Cloud, SQL, WCC, Oracle, WhatsApp, e-commerce, Facebook, Amazon. Okay. Suit you? Any problem? Net? Okay. Net problem. I can't help it in that. WhatsApp, okay, phone, Flipkart. Okay, now don't try. Now don't try. It's already full. It's already full. Now you cannot even answer. Shall I reveal what is the answer? According to this, which is the answer? Google. The word which is answered maximum will be at the center. This is called a word cloud. This is a word cloud. Let me reveal the correct answer. Just give me a minute. I'm revealing the answer. Just what is this? यहाँ पे नहीं आया शेयरिंग में. Just a second. I lost my connection here, I think. Just give me a minute. Yes, so this was the last part. Who took your first lecture? Chetan sir? Okay, I'll take the attendance from him. I am facing some network issue here. What is the answer of biggest database? Human brain. Yes or no? Agreed? So we cannot even imagine and count the amount of information that is stored in our mind, and all the operations which we will be learning in database. You can have an analogy with your human brain. Can we add a record in our mind? Can we add? You are not knowing me till this lecture, but now you have added me as a faculty in your mind, right? Can you update something in your mind? Yes. Can I retrieve something after before few days? What happened? I can easily recall. Can I delete something from your mind? It is difficult, but yes, we can, right? So these are the basic operations. Still, we will be learning so many operations, so many things in database, and every operation we will be learning that has an analogy with our human brain. So according to me, human brain is the biggest database, and we are trying to understand a computer. This is a natural database, not artificial one, and we are trying to learn a simple computerized software. When you have this database with you, the biggest database of the world, it will be easy for us to understand a small software. Yes or no? Not at all difficult. So stay positive, and be attentive and responsive in your class. That's it from my side for today. I hope the session was interesting for you, and I'll try my level best to make it more interesting every time. So thank you very much for joining. Those who are online, they can leave the meeting. I'll take the attendance from Chetan sir. Take care and all the best. Bye for now.